Right, so before I jump into this video about installing Claude Code, I'm first actually going to uninstall everything to show you kind of my process and to show you everything is genuine. So I'm going to just back up some stuff on my Claude Code. So I'm just going to run a few of these commands just to make sure everything's backed up. And then I am going to uninstall Claude Code. And then I'm going to uninstall this. Okay, and then if I go Claude, I should get command not found. Okay, cool. So I just wanted to do a few backups. I basically have a bunch of MCP servers running on Claude Code. So I've just backed up a load of stuff. I've uninstalled Claude Code. I've uninstalled what I need to do. I've uninstalled Node.js, so that's all good. So hopefully now this is exactly what you should see. So I just want to show you the easiest way to basically install Claude Code, like really simply, less than 5 minutes, and then kind of show you some things, show you around it and what to expect. So first of all, I'm just going to get rid of this terminal. I'm going to get rid of that. And all we're going to do is we're going to go to Claude Code. And we're going to go to here, and you'll see on this, so you'll see all of the different operating systems that you've got. So just pick the one that best suits you. Mine's Mac OS. One thing you will need as well, if you haven't got it, is Node.js. So all we're going to do is here, we're going to go to Node.js, and we are going to get Node.js. And basically, my understanding of this is that this allows you to execute the code, and so the code that you're creating within Claude can write it, but this then allows it to run and function. That's kind of my understanding of it. So we're going to get Node.js. We're going to pick our system here, so you can see Mac, Windows, Linux, AIX, and then running on. So pick your one. Mine's an ARM64 and on a Mac system. We're just going to do this, and then you'll see it come up here. We're just gonna, I'll show you what this looks like. So here we go. So installed Node.js. We're just gonna continue. We're gonna agree to that. We're gonna install. We're gonna put our password in. Install software. Cool, perfect. So we now have Node.js installed. Cool, we can close that and then we can keep that. So next thing we want to do, so now we've got Node.js, we want to head over back to the Claude Code docs, and we want to pick the system that's right for us. And in my case, I'm on a Mac OS system, so I'm just going to copy this. And then all I'm then going to go is open up my apps, and you can see their terminal's already open, but I would literally just type in terminal. I'm going to open that up, and then it will look like this. And we're going to copy that code in. We're going to hit that, and there we go. So we're setting up Claude Code. Cool. Claude Code is successfully installed. Cool. So then to start Claude Code, we're going to go Claude. I'll type in Claude here. Yes, I trust this folder. Cool. Brilliant. Claude Code done. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, it will ask you for your login details for Claude. You do need a subscription for that. I've got the Max subscription, which I think is $90 a month, and I'm happy with that. It's worth the money tenfold. So it will ask you to log in, but because I've done this before, it hasn't asked me again, but you just log in directly, and here you go. So we've got Claude Code here. What I'm then actually going to do, because right now, because I uninstalled it, my MCP servers, it's cool. So it's connected. So we reconnected up all my MCP servers, which is good. So I had a bunch of MCP servers connected up, and it saved that and done it. You won't have this, but I can kind of go into a bit of detail around how to do that. But I'll show you the easiest way, which I use, which is just using the Claude desktop app to do it for me. So if we come out of here, we can then start to build things. So if you're completely new to Claude Code, this would be what you see. Just give it a task, like create me a basic HTML page with the words hello world in the middle, and how are you? So we can then start, it's going to get to work. Do you want to create an index? So yep, sure, go for it. Bear in mind, I have absolutely no idea what any of this means, and you don't need to either. So create index.html with hello world and how you sent it in the middle of the page. You can open it in a browser to view it. So if I go to my Finder and I go to download, we should have, here you go, yeah. Yes, here we go. There you go. So we've just created that within a second. You can obviously play around with this. You can create loads of different, you can create script, run automation scripting. You can create HTMLs. You can build AI agents. You can build workflows. The kind of use case is endless with Claude Code. And if you're really new to it, like, don't be scared of it. There's lots of other things you can do, and there's loads of things you can add into it, and projects and skills, and you can run Claude Code. You can run it in Visual Suite, so Visual Studio, sorry. So you've got, this is just Visual Studio Code. But again, don't worry too much about doing all of this, because it can be quite overwhelming when you're really new to it. And so if you've never done it before, I would just play around with Claude Code in your terminal. And the one thing I would say as well, so this is what really helps me, is I'll just use the Claude desktop app to help me and chat with me. So I'll be like, so for instance, let's say we wanted to download our MCP server, and MCP is just Model Context Protocol, and all it means is that your Claude code can talk to other pieces of software. And so if you're thinking about automation, that might be NA10. So I can say, how do I download the NA10 MCP server into Claude Code? So you can ask Claude Desktop here. You can install the NA10 MCP server in Claude Code using the CLI. That's it. Once added Claude Code, it'll be able to search, view, and execute your NA10 workflows directly. If you need to configure which NA10 instance it connects to, you can set an environment variable. There we go. So Claude Desktop working alongside Claude Code, I find just really, really helpful, because I can use the Claude Desktop app to just help me walk through things really, really quickly. It'll do some web search for me on MCP servers, any GitHub repos I want to add in. And it's just really easy to do that. And I can literally transfer that straight across into Claude Code. Now, I don't know everything there is to know about Claude Code at the moment, but I'm learning as I go along by using the Claude Desktop app to kind of help me. And I kind of switch between both of them. So that's it. That's really the most straightforward and basic way to get started with Claude Code. I would just go and just start building things, see what works, try and build landing pages, websites, apps, AI agents, connect up your NA10 and start building, watch it build automations in real time. So yeah, I hope that helps. Really quick video from me for anyone that's completely new to the whole Claude Code hype. And yeah, I hope that helps, and enjoy building. I'll see you in the next video.